So I just finished watching the brand new anime movie Bubble, which just came out today, the 28th of April on Netflix, and I have a lot of things to say about this one. If you'd ask me to describe this movie in one word, it would be beautiful. This movie is one of the most beautiful anime movies you will see. The direction, animation, even the music is beautiful. It's made by Hiroyuki Sawano. If you don't know who that is, he's the same guy who's done music for anime like Attack on Titan and various other anime. You can search his name up and you'll be like, oh wait, he did this, he's that guy. I also really like the world of this movie. It's based in a post-apocalyptic Tokyo, where one day bubbles fell from the sky and then there was a large explosion which covered the entirety of Tokyo in a large bubble, which kind of changed the properties of the whole area. So gravity kind of doesn't work the same as it does anymore in that area, and which caused a lot of people to flee Tokyo, pretty much most of the people, and they moved to other cities in Japan, and it became an abandoned city. But more orphans that were living outside of Tokyo decided that they want to flee to Tokyo to live there because, you know, it's away from the rest of the world, and so they can do what they want, live how they want in Tokyo. And it caused like a, not phenomenon, but like a very unique community of people where the way they make their living is through parkour races as teams, and they trade goods. Well, not really trade, but they race for the goods of the other team. So they put up like rice on one side and some water and stuff on the other side, and whichever team wins takes it all. So basically, to make a living, all you need to do is become one of the better parkour racers. But that isn't the main story here. The main story is actually a romance story, which I didn't expect at the beginning, but then as I recorded the trailer, it started to make more sense in my head. And it follows the main character Hibiki and his relationship with this mysterious girl called Uta. But I think in this movie, it's very enjoyable from a visual standpoint, and you know, the action choreography with all the parkour and stuff like that, I'm sure you've seen from the trailers, it looks amazing and it's really fun to see. But I think where this story falls short is, number one, the romance is a story that you've seen before. It's not really something that's entirely unique, which isn't too much of an issue for me personally. But I think what the main issue is the world building, especially on the later half of the story, because there are things that are happening that are not really as explained as you'd probably like them to be. And I think they miss a lot of opportunities to expand the world and add more layers to the world itself and the story by explaining things a bit more. But what the movie does is it tries to tell you to just focus on all the romance and forget about the other stuff. Like, this stuff is happening right now, but just focus on the small romance part here, and you know, you can worry about the rest later. It doesn't really matter. It's a kind of they use the what's happening in the world as a way to sort of push the story along with the romance rather than actually explain what else is happening. So if you're looking for like a very deep, detailed story here, you're not gonna get that one. But what you are gonna get is a very beautiful movie with a nice plot. It's a nice, wholesome romance story with a few twists and turns that you might be able to predict. I think in my case, I was watching it, I could predict what was gonna happen. But if you just let yourself relax and put this movie on, then I'm definitely sure you'll have a good time. But just don't expect too much of a very like mind-bending or something that would change your day. Like, once you finish watching, you're just sitting there like, oh my god, what did I just see? It's more of just a very entertaining, very beautiful, visually striking movie. But yeah, I enjoyed it personally. I'm someone who really likes visuals, so this movie did a lot for me. But again, the story did hold a bit back for me, so I wouldn't say it's like one of the most amazing things I've seen, but it's definitely a very enjoyable movie if you're looking for something to watch. So yeah, check out Bubble. It's on Netflix. It came out today, 28th of April, as I'm recording this video. So yeah, I think everywhere, all around the world, as long as you got Netflix, you can check it out. So yeah, check it out.